Millions of people nationwide are fed by California's agriculture sector, which is centered on Fresno County. However, there is a developing crisis below the bright meadows. Climate change is endangering not just the land, but also the lives of those who labor it, as seen by the severe droughts and destructive wildfires. What happens if those who provide for us are left without anything? We reveal the unknown experiences of farmers, laborers, and community living on the front lines of climate change today. David Valadao is a U.S. Congressman representing District 22 and acknowledges climate change and tries to help it in common sense approaches to protect the environment. Ryan Jacobson is the CEO of Fresno County Farm Bureau and is familiar with agriculture. Coming from two Fresno County farm families, he knows about farming and how much climate change is affecting it. The farm workers of Fresno County are being affected by climate change because of the harsh conditions they are still having to work in. The foundation of California's economy is the agriculture sector, yet climate change is posing previously unheard of difficulties for it. Fresno County, a major agriculture center, is at the leading edge of this issue, with severe wildfires, extended droughts, and unpredictable weather patterns. Extreme heat, bad air quality, and water scarcity endanger not only the state's agriculture productivity, but also the livelihoods and health of its farm workers. With the focus on three main stakeholders, Congressman David Valadao, Ryan Jacobson of the Fresno County Farm Bureau, and the farm workers who bear the cost of these changes. This digital short explores the complex effects of climate change on Fresno County. This project intends to highlight the need for long-term solutions to lessen these conflicting interests and viewpoints. The issue at the moment is how California's water problem is being made worse because of climate change, especially for the state's farming industry. Climate change is causing droughts or flooding, which is especially bad for farmers because they need water to grow their crops. California's water problem, especially in a place like Fresno County that is heavily farming, is all because of climate change. The issue is there is now a greater need to pump groundwater, which is harming structures by draining reservoirs and increasing land subsidence. Extreme weather events like flooding, which interfere with water management and agricultural stability, are also being made worse by climate change. Farmers in Fresno County are facing challenges as reservoirs and groundwater supplies are decreasing with climate-induced variability, which makes water availability unpredictable. The Fresno County Farm Bureau is a nonprofit organization that promotes and protects agriculture. Their mission is to lead the agriculture industry in addressing issues as well as promoting the economic viability of the region. The Fresno County Farm Bureau emphasizes the urgency of sustainable solutions, including improved water storage and infrastructure investments to support agriculture in adapting to these climate changes. The second issue is one of California's main struggles is the unpredictable weather patterns and long-term drought causing a severe water shortage in the area. One of California's main struggles is the extreme water scarcity brought on by erratic water patterns and protracted droughts, particularly in areas like the Central Valley. These droughts, which are made worse by climate change, interfere with the supply of water for both agriculture and cities. Fallow farmland and financial hardships in farming towns have been major issues for the Central Valley, a crucial center for American food production. The Central Valley Drought Relief Fund advocates for sustainable water management while offering resources to farmers and laborers affected by severe shortages. Planning is made more difficult by unpredictable weather patterns, which also make it more difficult for farmers to depend on reliable irrigation sources. Initiatives such as this fund demonstrate the value of community backing and funding for sustainable water solutions in order to fight the region's ongoing struggles. The other main issue is the conditions the farm workers are going through, like working through extreme heat and wildfires. Extreme heat and wildfires, which are made worse by climate change, put farm workers in California in increasingly difficult circumstances. These employees frequently labor long hours and temperatures in triple digits, which can cause heat stroke, or exhaustion. As they continue to support the agriculture sector, wildfires put their health at even greater risk by exposing them to harmful smoke and bad air quality. Stronger safeguards, such as access to water, shade, rest periods, and enhanced air quality laws, are promoted by groups like California Farm Workers and United Farm Workers. Many workers still do not have access to sufficient resources or enforcement of safety regulations in spite of these efforts. Resolving these issues is crucial to safeguarding the rights and well-being of farm workers who are key to California. Another issue is poor air quality in Fresno, California, and how it is affecting the conditions that the farm workers have to work in. The main causes of Fresno, California's persistently bad air quality are pollutants from transportation, agriculture, and wildfires. The area is among the most polluted in the country because of the way the terrain traps pollution. The health of locals is at risk because of wildfires, which are becoming more intense as a result of climate change and greatly increased particulate matter and ozone levels. In order to solve these problems, the Central Valley Air Quality Coalition promotes more stringent laws, greater technologies, and community education initiatives. Vulnerable groups such as farm workers and low-income families are disproportionately impacted by poor air quality, which raises the prevalence of respiratory illness, asthma, and other health issues. In order to enhance air quality and safeguard public health in Fresno and the neighboring Central Valley, CVAC highlights the necessity for long-term fixes and legislative adjustments. The fifth and final issue is the rise in wildfires in Fresno, California is affecting farmland and farm workers because they are still having to work through the poor air quality and farmland is being burned. Increased fuel loads from dry vegetation, extended droughts, and warmer temperatures have all contributed to an increase in wildfires in Fresno, California. These flames endangered local communities' health as well as homes, businesses, and natural ecosystems. By educating young people and community members about fire management, brush removal, and disaster preparedness, the CCC Fresno Center plays a significant part in wildfire prevention and response. By releasing dangerous pollutants that worsen respiratory and cardiovascular conditions, especially in susceptible groups, wildfires also contribute to poor air quality. The increase in wildfires emphasizes how urgently community-based initiatives such as those at the CCC Fresno Center are needed to promote resilience and reduce future fire danger. Their initiatives highlight how crucial preparation, resource management, and education are in the fight against climate change. In conclusion, Fresno County's water crisis and agriculture hardships represent larger problems faced by farming areas across the country as the consequences of climate change worsen. Finding answers is complicated, as seen by the viewpoints of stakeholders ranging from organizations like the Fresno County Farm Bureau that seek sustainable farming methods to lawmakers like Congressman Valadao who support balanced environmental measures. Farm workers continue to be at the most at risk, suffering the most from severe circumstances, from putting long-term water management plans into place to defend the rights and welfare of employees. Addressing these interrelated issues calls for teamwork. We may try to build a more resilient and equitable future for Fresno County and beyond by comprehending the conflicting interests and common objectives of various parties. This audio clip from Ryan Jacobson discusses the challenges faced by farm workers in Fresno County due to climate change, highlighting increased exposure to extreme heat and wildfires, which exacerbate health risks and threaten job security.
I'm doing fantastic.
Good. Mr. Fresno Farmer, huh?
It's something like that.
I got you. Ryan, give me a little background on you real quick. Tell me what makes you Valley proud.
Absolutely. I'm from Easton, California, so technically only about 10 minutes from the stadium here,
Yep.
but in the rural community, grew up, I'm fourth generation farmer on both sides of my family, and love this valley. I mean, really, it's something that my family's been plugged into agriculture for basically 120 years here now, and so I'm very proud to continue that legacy.
So what are you farming in the valley?
So personally, I have almonds and wine grapes, and that's something you'll commonly hear throughout the valley, but It's one of those things that we're so blessed to have 350 different crops grown just in this county alone.
So you're drinking a lot of wine, eating a lot of almonds. I got you. Very good, man. Tell me a little bit about the Fresno County Farm Bureau, what you do with your role there, and how it translates into where champions are grown here in the Central Valley.
Yeah, so I'm the CEO of the Fresno County Farm Bureau. Been an amazing experience. Been with the organization about 16 years now, and we're a nonprofit organization that basically represents farmers and ranchers. And so it's my day-to-day job to make sure farmers today, as